Hello guys. So I'm in a little different scene this morning. I'm upstairs above the garage in my workshop. It's kind of like an attic storage, but I got a big workshop table, so maybe in the winter time I might come up here a little bit and do some things. But anyway, I was up here this morning in this Honda Kick and Go right here. I'm the original owner of this. My parents got it for me for probably Christmas, sometime in the 70s. I don't really know when it was, but I was, so I'm 52 years old now, and I was born in 69, and so that would put it, mid 70s, probably the later end of the 70s, before the 80s hit. But anyway, so Honda Kick and Go, and it's all complete. It all works except for the part, this is the kicker of the Kick and Go. And the idea is you kick it and this back wheel spins. And it's all connected, but I had this rubber seal fall off the back. So I don't know what that was for. Don't really know where it came from. But I think that has something to do with why it's not actually working. So I'm gonna get you a little closer and see this chain system. One other thing is this was sold at Honda motorcycle dealerships. Like you didn't go to, well, back then it was Sears and things like that, where you'd buy most your, I guess this would be considered a toy, but you had to go where they sold Honda motorcycles to buy this thing. And I remember I was, they must have been pretty big then, because I had one. Of course, we lived in a neighborhood, and there was probably 3 in the neighborhood at that time. I know a girl up the street had one that was blue, and it only had 2 wheels. So they had that one. I think they had yellow ones, obviously red. And that's all I remember. And there's a little bit different sizes. This must have been one of the smaller ones. And I remember as a kid, and the sticker's off here, I'll try to show it to you, but I think it said the maximum weight was 110 pounds. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm 6'8". Right now I'm 250 pounds. So I've always been kind of a big kid or guy. And I remember thinking back then when it said 110 that I was probably maxing out that weight even then when I got it. My parents probably didn't know what was going on there, but I'm gonna get you a little closer. And I guess the neat part about this is this chain system. So let's look at it. So here's the chain mechanism. This is the brake system, which still works. Probably wouldn't hurt me to put a little bit of oil on that, just to kind of keep it from rusting out too bad. So this is some kind of tension spring here. These are plastic. So I'm surprised from 40 years old, that thing's still going. But that's how it's set up. Let's look at the other side. Okay, so this is the opposite side. Tension spring. That's kind of how it's set up. I guess if anybody had one and they didn't know how the chain went back on, this might be a good tutorial for you. So the chain's locked in right there, so it's connected here and goes around. Then there's another, set of gears in here. How can I get, there it is. Well, see, these are plastic. I'm surprised. That and that. There's a couple plastic pieces on here. And see, the wheels are plastic too. I'm surprised they have lasted as good as they have. Okay, that's the bottom side of it. And then, like I say, you should be able to kick it and that wheel spin, but for some reason it's not spinning. And it has something to do, I don't know if it has to do with that or not, but anyway. Fell off. Now to turn it, when you was riding, you'd have, of course I'm right-handed, so I'd have my right foot here, left foot would kick it, and you'd go down the road. I remember going pretty fast on it. And how you turn it is you'd lean into this. I don't know if you can see that, but the wheels are turning, you know, just kind of as you twist that. There's a little pivot point here. Anyway, it's 40-ish years old. You just don't see these very often. I messed up. I saw one on Marketplace, or maybe it was Craigslist a couple years ago, and I didn't buy it. It was like $100. I figured it was too much for it, but you know, I might just end up hanging it from the ceiling and let that be that, because I don't imagine anybody's ever going to use it, or if they did, it'd fall apart eventually, just because that plastic can't be holding up too good. I'm not going to clean it. Let me show you the sticker on the handle. Here's a closer up of it. Missing a little screw right here. Of course, you've got them there. That's what. And the sticker used to be right there. And that was, if I remember right, was the warning sticker saying, I don't know what it said, but I remember 110 pounds was a part of that sticker. And here's the brake, which, believe it or not, all right, I'm gonna show you here. So I'm pulling the brake up here at the hand, and there's a little brake that hits this back wheel. And that back wheel's gotta be wore out. But I rode it pretty hard for years. So let's look at the front. Sticker still on, kick and go. Where does it say Honda at? I don't see anywhere. If this was the real Honda, I remember Mom and Dad telling me they went to the motorcycle place to get it. Now here it is. So anyway, not a whole lot to it. That's just something that I had out here that I thought you guys ought to see. All right, so anyway, so if you guys owned a Honda Kick and Go, it had to be in mid-70s, so that was what, 45, 46 years ago. You'll comment and tell me what year you think it was that you owned it, because I'm kind of fuzzy on that, and I'd like to know what your opinion is. And then also tell me what color you got. Because all I'm aware of, blue, red, and what was it, yellow? And then also tell me if it was 2 wheels or 3. Because I think there was both, or am I missing something? I mean, I'm not a kick and go expert, and this is just what I remember from before. But comment about your color, the number of wheels, and the year you think you had it in. And I'd be interested in seeing that. Does anybody like water skis? Let me show you this. So one other thing, check out my channel. Like and subscribe this. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Usually I'm outside. Usually I'm either splitting wood and dealing with wood chips, or doing maybe some things out in the garden. I got garden tractors. I think right now I got 7 garden tractors, maybe 8. I'm always buying and selling them. So I got several, but they're unique machines, and I'm always doing projects with those. So on my videos, I hardly ever ask you to like them and things and subscribe to me, but do that. Help me out. Hey, this is Honda Kick and Go. I'm inside. This is kind of a rarity for me, but I just thought it was neat. Now I'm gonna show some water skis. Of course, you know, back when I used to go to the lake, we used to water ski. They don't do that much anymore, but here's a whole slew of them right here I've been collecting on. Need this here. We've got water skis in the rafters. We've got water skis over here in the rafters. A boat sometimes. Trick skis, you know, wood skis. That's a side note. Anyway, that's it. Mainly showing you the Kick and Go. All right, see ya.